Hey, hey, hey. How are y'all doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Hold on. There we go. So right now we're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading. Hold on. Sorry. Went to the wrong window. We're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for the cross watches. We know we got cross watches. So, Bra is here. All right. Yeah, I finally put up some curtains, put up my painting, my shelf, you know. Finally unpacking. So here goes. Let's go ahead and start. I had asked the collective energy of Pisces what this reading was going to be about. And what that energy told me is that the tides have changed. To me, this felt like a moment of empowerment. This felt like maybe as a Pisces, you haven't realized you're not a little fishy. You're actually a huge, huge orca. And you've been stranded in the shallows, feeling very disempowered, feeling very stuck in life. And now the tides have changed. The tide is coming to bring you back out to open water. So that's huge. That's huge. So let's go ahead and start pulling some cards. And if you guys haven't already subscribed, if you guys haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and we're going to get started. So this is Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, also for the cross watchers. And honestly, if you find yourself on this video, whether it's live, whether it's the recorded version, you're probably here to get a message from your soul. And if something I'm saying resonates, it's probably for you, regardless of the sign, regardless of what month. So listen to it, okay? You don't have to take it in as your truth, but definitely listen to it and be open to whatever it is that you're resonating with, possibly being guidance from your higher self. What is going on with that piece of hair? All right, we're just pulling. Oh, hold on. No. Hold on, guys. Let me just, sorry. I didn't shuffle that. So let me shuffle. I shuffled the other deck. There goes. How's your guys' 12/12 going? I know it was yesterday. I know. So the 12/12 portal stays open until 12/21. How are you guys utilizing all of this really amplified energy? Oh, okay. Here it goes. Let's pull a couple more cards from a couple more decks. Oh, yes, that's right. Today is Friday the 13th. I'm actually, to answer the question of the fallen brethren right there. You got a mark on the board now. Okay, your name's been written on the board to behave yourself. I actually don't drink alcohol. I'm allergic. So I drink water. I'm just a fun person when I choose to be. Okay. And that's the key component, when I choose to be. I don't always choose to be. Let's see. We're almost done here, okay, guys? I just really want to give you guys as much information as possible. All right. Final deck. I promise. I promise. Do you guys like it when I pull from so many decks and give you a really in-depth read? Yes, no whammies. That energy is such a whammy whammy. Ooh, before I start the read, I have all the cards now. I just want you guys to know I just finished speaking with Jeffrey. Oh my God, that was such an amazing, amazing talk. I've shared the link for the live we did on his channel here on YouTube. I shared it on my Facebook. I also shared it on a YouTube story. Check it out when you have time. Profound conversation. I really like him. I really, really like him. So here goes. All right. Pisces, card number 36, listening for truth. Now is the time for you to release the fears that you have been perpetuating within your own mind. Your thoughts about yourself. Your thoughts about yourself, your thoughts about your circumstance, the limitations that you've continued to feed your energy. Time to let it go and create space within yourself to allow yourself to fill with your truth again. Not the truths that other people tell you is true, not the truths that other people tell you is more valid than what you believe for yourself. No, I'm talking about truth that comes from you, from your higher self, from your divine guidance, your direct connection to that divinity, okay? This is a part of your divine destiny, path of the divine warrior. Now, there's a reason, before I even pulled these cards, there's a reason that I was shown that Pisces is an orca. Okay, hi TT. Jeff is amazing, amazing. So the divine destiny of Pisces is to realize it has a capability to channel, to bring in the essence of every different type of aquatic being. We have the ability to flow. We can be like eel. We can be like a little guppy. We can be an orca. We can be a shark. We can be whatever the heck we want to be. Whatever we believe ourselves to be is what we will embody. The essence, the energy that we're going to pull to us. So choose wisely what you believe about yourself. Are you just going to be chum? No. Don't choose to be chum. Choose to be the truth of who you actually are, and you know what that is. For some of us, we're afraid to acknowledge this greatness because we're embarrassed. What if people think we're full of ourselves? What if people think this? The people who think those things already thought those things about you. They were just looking for a reason to justify their condemnation of you. So who cares what they think? Who cares? You shouldn't care. They're going to think whatever they think anyways, and it's not going to affect you because you're not going to allow it. All right. So card number 35, culmination of a vision. This is what I was just talking about. Whatever you envision yourself to be, that's what you will actually be. If you envision yourself, if you allow yourself to believe this recording that's been playing, it was recorded as a child, that you're difficult, that you're annoying, whatever it is. It's now 2:22. Just thought I'd let you guys know. But if that's what you're going to listen to, then that's the kind of energy you're going to put out. This is how people are going to see you. Okay. You definitely have to begin shifting your gaze from this image that's been created by someone else to a mirror. Shift your gaze, okay? You don't have to move your whole body. You don't have to be someone completely different in order to see differently. Simply moving your eyes in a different direction can sometimes give you the clarity you need to see about yourself. If you have blockages in your journey, it's because you're seeing blockages there. Now, this is not about convincing yourself that something that is there and needs to be addressed isn't actually there, the whole light and love type movement. No, this is about acknowledging things that need to be acknowledged and not making mountains out of molehills, okay? Card number 18, Virgo, I analyze. You have to begin looking deep within yourself. This card came up earlier during the energy report, and this is really about you looking deeply within yourself, organizing your thoughts, recognizing which part of your thoughts are your thoughts and which parts have been adopted from other people's perceptions and filters being used to form your thoughts. That's not your truth. It's not. It's just not your truth. If you go to different types of people who have had different types of experiences with me, you'll get a mix of opinions on who I am and what I do and the kind of person I am, my integrity, my my saltiness. And all of that is really largely determined by how they act towards me, how they make me feel, what fractals of myself, my personality, my character, that their energy causes to surface within me. So, are any of those things true? Are any of those things lies? I'd like to say all of them are some form of truth, an aspect of a shard of my truth, not the whole truth itself. I know who I am. How do I know who I am? Because other people have told me who I am? No, because I spend time with myself often. I talk to myself. I'm not afraid to look crazy or silly talking to myself because I need to process. I have issues with blockages in my throat because I've quieted myself for so much of my life. In Pisces, many of us have issues with our throat. Okay, many of us have thyroid issues, all kind of different chakra issues, throat chakra issues, because we're so fixated on accommodating the preferences of other people. You are not chum. You are not here to feed other larger aquatic beings. Mm-mm. No, no. You have to recognize the patterns that you're repeating. Whenever you begin to feel powerful, Pisces, do you find yourself suddenly being empowered enough to begin looking for a new person project? I said that. Person project. Do you guys recognize that? When you begin looking for a person project, oh my gosh, I just talked to so and so and they're doing so bad right now. I need to help them. Why is that? Because you've gone through a process of reclaiming more of your energy. And now, what are you going to use it on? Well, heaven forbid you use it on yourself, right? Heaven forbid you allow yourself to be witnessed as you go through this growth process and invest in yourself, invest your energy in yourself. So instead, we're going to find someone who is more broken than we are. In actuality, they're not. They're just mirroring that wound externally. This is an internal wound of yours that they're mirroring externally from you, because that's what you really needed to work on, but you didn't want to admit it to yourself. You weren't ready. Mentally, emotionally, whichever it is, you weren't ready, and that's okay. As long as you're truthful with yourself and recognize, I was not ready yet. Soon I will be. I am not yet ready to take that next step forward. I'm afraid of what I'm going to find when I sit with myself. Give me a little bit of time to come to terms with who I might be. And if you begin doing this, it will be like rungs on a ladder, a spiraling ladder leading up back to your greatness. And your greatness doesn't just travel upwards, it also deepens. It descends into the depths of your truth. So you have to allow yourself to travel in whatever direction you need, whatever direction your higher self, not someone outside of you, but your higher self is instructing you to travel. Much of your struggle, Pisces, is because you are highly intuitive and you allow yourself to be manipulated due to the preferences of other people. And why do you do this? Martyrdom. Because you are afraid of the greatness that you are. You are afraid of tapping into all of this amazing potentiality. And why are we afraid? The reason, it's different for everyone. It's different for everyone. The fact is, you need to acknowledge this fear. That's the whole purpose of this fear existing. So we just talked about the spiral, right? Notice how as you go higher, as you're heading up, you start entering into the pinks and purples. Those are dimensional levels of frequency. At the center of it, it looks like a mix of blue and green, like a tealish color. Now that would be the high heart area, a mix of the blue and the green. This is talking about expressing yourself with enough compassion for yourself, as well as for the people you're addressing. This is about really allowing yourself to give an equal measure to what you allow yourself to receive. You have to stop cutting yourself off, Pisces. You have to stop giving, 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 and not allowing yourself to receive in equal measure. It doesn't make you a more spiritual person when you do that. It doesn't. It's actually a form of martyrdom, which is a form of emotional manipulation. Okay. And that doesn't mean you're a horrible person. That just means that needs to be analyzed. Where is that fear rooted? What is this a symptomatic presentation of? What's the root causation of this? We don't want to just, quiet down the symptoms. We want to get to the root. We want to address this at its core so that the issue doesn't resurface later on in the same way, I mean. Chariot of Ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiate. That looks like amethyst, which happens to be February's stone. So there you go. You're in that chariot of ascension. You're rising up. You're rising up. This is the activation of different codes because of this 12-12 portal. This is extremely high frequency coming in from the crown. This is about you reaching higher levels of your potentiality if you allow it. You have to allow it because the way creation is structured, it needs your permission, whether passive or conscious permission, it needs your permission. So give yourself permission to rise. Give yourself permission to go on a fantastic voyage within the depths of the trenches of your heart's oceans. There's nothing there that will hurt you. Nothing. And I guarantee you'll find some of your most beautiful gifts, some of the most potent parts of your personal power are probably buried deep in there. So card number 22, she feels, she knows this is such a Pisces card. This is such a Pisces card. You let yourself get beat up because why? Because you're a beautiful peacock and there's people jealous of that tail feather. They want to take that tail feather from you. They want to shame you for being amazing, for being beautiful, for people wanting to witness you just being you. Are you going to allow that? Are you going to let that keep happening? Are you going to let yourself keep punching yourself in the eye? I sure hope not. I sure hope not. Card number 42, Rainmaker. And there you go. The blockages are asking to be released. Allow the tears to rain down and water the seed that you are, so you can grow to your maximum potentiality, rooted in the light of your truth. Your soil is there to nurture you, to comfort you, to make sure your seed doesn't dry out. You have not been buried, you've been planted. Allow yourself, just allow yourself to recognize who and what you are. Who and what you are is oftentimes far different than what you believe it to be. Card number 6, Beauty. You're such a rare form of beauty. I don't care what you look like. Pisces, you are such a rare form of beauty. Why is that? Because you can tap into all the other zodiac signs. You have the ability to tap into everyone else's essence and reflect back to them the softness that they need to begin seeing within themselves. They need to be allowed to see your vulnerability, Pisces, because we live in such a harsh world. Are you going to cure harshness by being more harsh, by demanding and commanding the harshness to not be harsh? I mean, harshness plus more harshness is just harshness. Or do you very, very, very gently just continue to exist in your authentic state, having no shame, having no shame, being able to just be fluid in your thoughts and your emotions and your movement, the way you travel your journey? That's not weak. People say, oh, Pisces is such a dreamer. Yes, it's those dreams we're bringing to fruition. Were you bringing the nightmares to fruition? Is that what you wanted? Because Pisces is a master manifester. You want us to bring nightmares to fruition? Wouldn't it be better if the manifestors of the zodiac brought dreams to fruition? Something soft and beautiful, something that makes you feel nurtured, loved, that you're worthy of loyalty. I mean, these are characteristics, generalized characteristics of Pisces that people have been like, oh, you're just too loyal. You know, oh, you let your man treat you like you're just too loyal. Not everyone's deserving of that level of loyalty. Granted, yes, not everyone is deserving of that. But why should you ever be ashamed of the fact that you can make people feel worthy of that level of loyalty? That's a powerful thing. In such a harsh world where everyone feels as though they're replaceable, disposable, they don't matter, that no one cares, to make them feel as though they're worth your loyalty. That's beautiful. That's definitely beautiful. That's powerful. At least I think it is. So card number 20, higher ground. It's time for you to begin focusing on the beauty of your petals. Stop focusing on how ashamed you are that as a rose, you are equipped with thorns. It is not your job to feel badly for the people who catch the thorns. They should not have mishandled the wildflower. If you truly love that flower, allow it to exist in its natural state. Do not cut it down. Don't confine her to a vase only to watch her wither. So that's what they get. Hate to say it, but that's what they get. People who try and cut you down, people who try and confine you to, oh yes, it's a pretty vase, but it's still not where you're supposed to be. It's not where you can continue to grow. It's not where you want or need to be. And it's okay for you to get very prickly in your expression of your needs. When people don't want to listen and you're expressing things in a soft manner, why would you continue to express it in a soft manner? How inefficient is that? I always tell, I used to tell my husband this. Well, I'm an efficient person. If I'm going to ask you nicely the first time and you're not going to hear me, then yeah, I'll get loud. You're like, why are you always yelling? Well, because I asked you nicely the first time, you ignored me. So now I have to get loud because I'm not going to keep my voice. I have throat problems. And he's like, whatever. So card number 35, 11th house, friends. Be careful of who you count as a friend. Pisces, the feeling that I'm getting is that cycles are starting over again. Pisces, cycles are starting over again. That's major. That's definitely major. So there are 3 people in this, okay? My concern is that you're starting a cycle of friendship with maybe one or more individuals who you know has ill intentions, who you know is not worthy of your loyalty, your trust, the level of friendship that a Pisces has the ability to give, the level of love. Don't talk yourself out of it. If your intuition has told you something about these individuals, don't talk yourself out of it. I guarantee your intuition's not lying to you. Sit there, don't be mean, don't be like that. Let them prove to you. Every time I told myself that, I was like, what? Every time I told myself that, what ends up happening is give them enough time and they proved me right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I experienced tremendous amounts of drama, just ugliness. And it's like, damn, what is going on? I don't even initiate this. I stay in my own lane. I'm supportive. I'm a good friend. I'm not in denial. I can call myself out when I do things that are out of pocket. What's going on? Oh, that's right. My intuition told me. And I said, no, girl, let them prove themselves. Uh-huh. Who really betrayed you? You did. So, life restored, priestess of the phoenix. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. That's seeming like for some, don't be fighting off some silly boy. Don't be fighting over a silly boy. My logic, and hopefully some of you can begin applying this as your logic. If you can take him, keep him. I'm done with him anyways. I'm not going to wish him harm. I'm not going to key his car. I'll move on. The ocean is vast and inviting. Just keep him. Tell him I said hello. Whenever I see, just keep him. I'm not going to fight you for him. Keep him. He's yours. You need him more than I do. So, life restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. This is about you allowing yourself to move forward. Whatever it was that goes on with this, I feel like it's going to involve a boy. I feel like either this is your boyfriend or girlfriend, and someone else is trying to steal them away, or you're friends with someone and they're thinking, oh, you trying to get at my girl, you're trying to get at my man. No, keep them. We're not, no. keep them both. So, life restored. Okay, life restored. Allow yourself to rise from the mess that you make, because really you're the one that creates it, right? Allow yourself to rise from that. Allow yourself to be restored. Card number 41. You have to begin being okay walking away from circumstance that has been blocking you from what needs to happen. You have to be okay with it. You just have to. There's nothing that's going to serve you staying in a situation, relationship, friendship, work environment, social environment that's very toxic to you. Pisces, you're sensitive for a reason. Okay? When you're that sensitive, it's because you have that level of ability to rise in frequency, rise in compassion. You can't evolve spiritually without that sensitivity increasing. In order to spiritually evolve, you have to begin shedding the layers of old, the layers that are not in alignment with your truth, with your development. And as you shed, you're basically exfoliating, right? You become raw. When you over exfoliate, you become raw. You become sensitive. Every little touch hurts real bad. That's what sensitivity is. A heightened ability to feel, because your ability to process has also heightened. Don't be ashamed of your sensitivity. Don't. This is something I'm working on too. Don't be ashamed of it. Allow yourself to be like kind of embarrassed for a little bit and then be like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I have to be me. I was feeling something. If I was feeling it. Is this like me telling you cry for everything? Have a tantrum for everything? No. This is for the Pisces who constantly tries to swallow down the tears, constantly tries to just push it all down. You know what ends up happening? You start to affect the heart space, the throat, solar plexus. As you push everything down, you're compacting that energy. You are exacerbating molecular compaction. That is the key component, energetically speaking, for the decline in health, for the aging process. Molecular compaction. Look into it. Molecular compaction as defined by Cathara. Look into that. So bring it into form. Allow yourself to rain down everywhere you go all of the magic that you are. Allow the beauty of your magical ways, your ethereal ways, to kind of just leave a trail everywhere you go. When I used to drive up and down the highways and freeways, state to state, nationwide, my girlfriend, whenever we'd cross her state, she'd be like, you've been in town, haven't you? I'm like, how do you know? There's any fire everywhere. My magic doesn't sprinkle. Mine burns and sizzles. It's still magic, okay? Don't diminish it just because it's not Tinkerbell-like. Not all Pisces have to be fairies. Some of us are fucking badass. And we're not going to apologize for it, okay? It's okay to be badass. What's most badass is allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Card number 34. That's the most badass aspect of myself. This is the part that I'm really, really starting to fall in love with about myself. Like, my whole life, I've spent my whole life like, ain't nobody gonna see me cry. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. I'm fuck you ass. Yeah, no, no. I'm feeling something right now. Just give me a moment. Just just feel it. Just feel it. Let it out. Feel it. Card number 43, lunar eclipse change. You're going to wax and wane. You really, really are. You're going to go through different stages, just like the moon, Luna, and all her phases, where she kind of hides away. She feels a little bit ashamed. She feels like she needs to diminish herself. And then she comes back. As long as you always come back from your phases, you don't have to come back to a relationship, come back to a friendship. What you have to come back to is yourself. That's what you have to come back to. You always have to come back to yourself. Allow yourself, no matter how far you go in the opposite direction, at some point, you must consciously choose to make the journey back to center, back to your fullness, so you can begin manifesting again that which you need in your life. And it's okay if you experience down times. Life, a truly perfect life, has both polarities involved, meaning happiness, sadness, and anger, and all the other negative lower emotions. I mean, it's like saying, so, okay, is the right side the masculine or the feminine? I can never remember this. So let's say the right side is the masculine. I know someone's going to correct me on this. The right side's the masculine, the left side's the feminine, right? So feminine is the left side. Now, feminine energy is negative in charge. It is dark shadow energy. It's yin energy. Yang is sunlight. Okay, the sun. Yin is the sun, solar energy. So we have feminine, lunar. Yin is yang is solar, right? Masculine and feminine. So lunar energy is dark energy, negative. So that must mean it's evil. Okay, try cutting your left leg and your left arm off. Those are the evil parts. Cut them off. How functional are you going to be? Ask someone who has had to amputate, even just, one of their left limbs, and ask them how much that complicates the processes of life. I mean, it doesn't make them any less powerful, but it complicates it. It complicates it. That's all. All you're doing is creating complications for yourself. That's all. It doesn't diminish your power. It doesn't diminish the potency of your existence. I was at the gym the other day. Well, no, it's been a while. It's been a while. Last time I was at the gym, I happened to look over at someone who was going hard on the elliptical. And I was like, yes, you get that, girl. Double amputee. I was like, yeah, fucking gym. I wanted to go on the machine beside her and be like, where are we running to? I was so hyped seeing it. It didn't diminish her in any way. It didn't slow her down. Yeah, there were some complications. Yeah, she needed different attachments. She's still doing it. She's still existing. So just because things are taken away from you, just because you have complications, is that a reason for you to cower in fear? Absolutely not. You still have that greatness within you, whether you believe it or not. You still have that greatness within you. And whether you believe it or not, your haters 100% believe that greatness and are intimidated by it, and that's why they hate you. Oh, ain't that some shit? That is some shit. Card number 31, the lower world. So, Pisces, you're going to be experiencing quite a bit, okay? With this world coming up, with this card coming up, the lower world, this is where, the darker things dwell, and that's okay. We said the tide was changing. You're an orca. You've been beached. The tide doesn't just rush in one wave. It takes a while. It's a process. It inches in further and further closer to the shore. And as it gets closer to the shore, it gets deeper and deeper, right? So it's going to be a process. You're going to have to hang in there. I know you've been beached for a while. You're all sunburnt from being in the sun, being out of your element. I'm sure your organs hurt from carrying the weight that should have been just floating along in the ocean. But guess what? You survived that beaching. This is the end of that. This is the end portion of that struggle. You gonna give up now? You're gonna give up now when the tide is coming in to carry you back home. You're gonna give up now. Of all times, now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me. That's bullshit. You're not giving up now. No, you're not. Now, of all times, you're like about to go out back to the ocean where you can heal and flow and do the orca stuff that orcas do. They're crazy. I tell you, I saw videos. They're crazy. I saw them playing with a seal. Not playing tag, I tell you, they were tossing that around. I was like, oh, that thing's still alive. They're like, oh, look how cute. Orcas are playing with their food. That's a seal. That's a baby seal. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge. Maybe they're learning something. I don't know. Proper grip, proper tossing. I don't know. They were doing something with a seal. It didn't look good. It did not look mutually beneficial or fun. But you're still an orca. Do orcas feel ashamed that they do that kind of stuff? No. No. They got those cute little teeth, you know? I saw this video of these people riding in a boat, just shuffling the last deck. And an orca was, you know, they were speeding along in the ocean and this frothy waves at the back where the engine was. And this pod of orcas was trailing behind them. And then you see this big ass one. And like, oh, Asa, you crazy ass people. He's not smiling at you. He's fixing to jump the boat, snatch you into the ocean. Crazy people. Yeah, you know, y'all crazy. I was like, ooh, that I don't think I would be oohing and ahhing. Can he touch it? No, no, baby. We go to the front of the boat where there's no orcas. No, yeah. No, they're highly intelligent. Highly intelligent. I mean, if I was going to be a fish or an aquatic animal, excuse me, orca is not a fish, I would probably, with my attitude and skill set, I'd be an orca. I probably would. Looking all cute with my teeth, smiling. You don't even know I'm about to snatch you out the boat, drag you to the bottom of the ocean, and play with you there. I don't know. Let's get you guys a card, final card. I'm just messing around. I'm not actually an orca, but I probably would be one. Ooh, the 8 Immortals. I don't have my book, dang it. Instead of this, let me just pull some of these. I didn't realize my cart's all the way over there. Okay, here, we'll get you guys a couple more cards. Just because. Let's see. So I'm just reading this intuitively. This is good. Y'all are listening to me. I'm feeling like a proud mama bear. Y'all are listening to me. This is good. This is good stuff. So 5 of Swords was in reverse. Okay. So it looks like quite a few are trying to gang up on you, trying to fight with you, throw in swords. But because it's in reverse, it, to me, typically says that's the opposite. So whoever was trying to attack you at this point, They're just losing steam. You know, maybe there's still one that is really, really fixated, the one that started all of this to begin with. But the other ones are like, I'm just over it. Can we stop talking about this girl? I'm just so tired of using so much of my time and energy to hatch up plans, and it never works on her anyways. So if this is something you're going through where people are attacking you psychically, energetically, verbally, socially, whatever it is, no, they're losing steam. Losing steam. Hang in there. Hang in there, okay? Now here's the thing. Six of Coins. Again, I'm reading this clairvoyantly. So you're so focused on things external from you, what you could possibly gain or whatever from something outside of you, that you're failing to realize you already have your own. You already have your own. You have your own lessons. You have your own energy. You have your own growth that you need to take care of. No more people projects. The whole people project thing is probably what got you into this predicament. It's probably what got you into this predicament. Whoever the queen bee was in this circumstance, they probably were already being a little bit snatcherific to you. And you're like, I'm going to win her over. She just has wounds. Wounds from herself, daggering herself. Stop. Take it all back. Take it all back. Watch yesterday's 12/12 portal fire ceremony, and that pulls back all of your energy. Invest in yourself. You cannot expect to run a successful spiritual venture if you are spiritually bankrupt. And you will be spiritually bankrupt if you keep investing in things that you know is going to fail. Let that sink in. Really let that sink in. If you know a business is for sure going to fail, 100% going to fail, would you invest in it? If you're analyzing the market, because you're a very skilled market analyzer, if you do market, and I don't know what the hell they're called, I'm not into this topic. If you're very skilled at market analysis, are you going to invest in stock that has shown a downward trajectory of their value? Like you're going to be the one to turn it around, right? Yeah, no, you're not. You're not. So stop investing in other things. Reinvest in yourself. That's the best way to grow your spiritual venture. So 5 of Cups in reverse. Look at him, this wasteful. You so wasteful, spilling stuff with your leg up like freaking Captain Morgan. Look at you. Look at his face, all satisfied too, salty, spilling all the salty water. But guess what? It was in reverse. So why don't you be your own captain? Stop spilling your own water. Okay? Stop spilling your rum. What you need to do as a captain is begin emptying the seawater from your boat. You let some treacherous, treasonous scallywags on your ship, matey. And they've been drilling holes trying to get you to sink. No, plug up those holes. Use their own swords to plug up the holes. Stop focusing on that. Instead, grab the buckets and start emptying. Get rid of all that BS thought that they put in your head as they were trying to manipulate you, as they were trying to poison you against yourself. Get that all out of your head. And you know, sometimes the poisoning, the manipulation, it's not something that's so overt that you notice it. It's not always like, oh, you look fat. No. Sometimes the manipulation is, oh, you're going to wear that? Oh, you're confident. I wish I had your confidence. How's that make you feel? How's that make you feel hearing that? Of course, you're going to assume, oh my God, I look fat in this. Well, you know what? You know what? See it this way. This is how I see it. There's a reason you store adipose tissue. This is to ensure your survival. Okay? See that as you storing all of this pain as a way to help you to survive the hurt from previous interactions. And when you continue to bandage yourself layer after layer to try and cover these wounds that were inflicted years ago, so you don't bleed over everyone else, because heaven forbid, heaven forbid, Pisces, you do something for yourself. It's just not going to end good. You're going to be all fluffy. And all that extra material, all those bandages, layers of bandages, energetic bandages, if you're really a Pisces and you're in the ocean and your boat happens to sink, you're screwed. All of that extra weight waterlogged, ooh, you're screwed. Hope you're a good swimmer. Hope you got stamina. Oh, that's right. You've been investing in everyone else. So instead of working on yourself, empowering yourself, you've been helping everyone else. So you're still screwed. Do you see how that works? There's nothing wrong with making sure you invest in yourself first. And when you allow people to witness your unapologetic existence, hey, it's a beautiful thing. It doesn't just empower you, it empowers them too. Because then it encourages them. They no longer feel so afraid, so singled out about taking care of themselves. So do this for yourself. Allow people to witness it. This is I could very, very easily choose to not address anyone disrespectful in the comments. I don't always address people, but there are certain times where I have to be like, I'm gonna check you right now. You're gonna see a whole nother side of me. We're gonna get Oaklandish in here. I'm from Oakland, boo boo. Oakland Califas, okay? So we're gonna have to show that side, because you know what? People need to see. I stand for something. I don't know what. I think I'm a normal person, but apparently I stand for something attached to spirituality and authenticity. And if I'm gonna allow someone to so openly and publicly disrespect me in my own house, because every time I do a live stream, this is my sacred space. This is my house. What am I telling you guys? To turn the other cheek because you already gave yourself a black eye on the other one? Is that what you need, a matching set? I don't think so. I don't think so. So if I have to look a little bit foolish, cussing someone out sometimes, then I will. Then I will. Because if I'm going to serve as a template for spirituality, spiritual evolution, expansion of consciousness, then I'm going to show you the truth of it. There's nothing more spiritual than recognizing there is a spark of divinity within you as well. You were never meant to be separated from the group you came here to love on. You are a part of that group, and you are to defend yourself and love yourself the way you would not hesitate doing for someone else. Yep. Absolutely. Does that mean you have to show up to every single battle you're invited to? No. We need to be selective. We need to be exclusive and reclusive. You ain't got to show up to every single war. No. Only the ones that will help you gain a deeper understanding of what you deserve. Only those. Show up to the ones that grow you. Show up to the ones that volunteer to be stepping stones in your rise back to your greatness. I mean, they're volunteering, aren't they? You're not trying to harm anyone else. They're volunteering for this. They're begging you to give them the honor of helping you in your process of learning to love yourself again. That's profound. That is consciousness altering. That right there. They're begging you through their actions. They are begging you to give them the honor of assisting you in this lesson, a lesson you've been struggling to learn on your own. Ooh. When you see it in that way, do they need to apologize? Are you being victimized? Do you need closure? Or was this one soul helping another soul in the only way the two of them could figure out, without involving the consciousness, of course, on a soul level? This was planned on a soul level. So move forward from the drama. Move forward from the feelings of desperation, desolation, all of the negative things that were attached to that circumstance that made you feel like the beached orca. Okay? Move forward from that. Don't pretend it didn't happen. Move forward from it. Remember, acknowledge, but keep moving forward. All right? Excuse me. So I hope for whoever this resonates with, that you get the clarity that you need and deserve. I'm not going to have all the answers for you. No one is. No one should be giving you the answers. These videos, conversations you have with other people, they aren't supposed to guide you. They're supposed to serve as a catalyst for your own internal process. They're supposed to serve as confirmation from the guidance you received from your own soul. You already know everything you need to know. You just have to get out of your way in the process of remembering it. That's it. That's it right there. So please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. I'm going to be doing a reading for, we will see. Subscribe. I'm going to come back on in a few minutes and you guys will see who I'm reading for. I don't know who I'm reading for. Also, check out the link that I shared here on YouTube. I also shared it on Facebook. I spoke with Jeff, freaking awesome, the Christian whistleblower. Totally enjoyed my chat with him. Oh my God, loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Such a treat. I hope you guys enjoy that. It's on his channel. I did share the link, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Bye.